How can you get lean and stay lean for the entire year? For many people, their main goal is to get lean for summer, to get toned for summer, but a lot of people can get toned, a lot of people can lose fat, but not that many people can maintain that level of toneness, that level of leanness during the entire year. So in this episode, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can maintain your progress during the entire year so you can look lean all year round. So let's get into it. The first thing that you need to take into consideration when it comes to making sure that you are able to maintain that leanness during the entire year is the way you get to that body fat percentage. And what I mean by this is if you do a drastic diet, which you're just not eating at all, or just doing a lot of exercise, doing 30, 45, 60 days, and you're super restrictive, yes, you're gonna get the results, but the moment you stop doing those things, the moment you try to get back to what you were doing, you're gonna lose all the progress and you're gonna get exactly to where you were before or even worse. So it's really important that you achieve that first top physique by a sustainable approach, because otherwise you're gonna have to fight to maintain that approach over time. So look for something that you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life. Even if it takes you an extra couple of months to get to that level, it's gonna be totally worth it because it's gonna be a lot easier for you to maintain it. At the end of the day, you can choose between doing something super drastic that's gonna give you super quick results that you're gonna lose super quick, or doing something that's sustainable that might or might not take a little bit longer, but that will give you those results for life. So if you achieve that level of toneness, that level of fat loss with a sustainable approach, then it's just a matter of maintaining it. And what a lot of people don't understand is that it's a lot easier to maintain a good physique than it is to achieve a good physique to start with. Why? Because you probably already have enough muscle in your body to burn more fat during the day, because you probably have already a highest metabolism that's going to allow you to keep on burning fat, and your body is going to work with you and not against you to maintain those gains. In that sense, what you should be looking into when it comes to maintaining that physique is going to be, first of all, maintaining your workout regimen. And what I mean by this is making sure that you're getting enough stimulus in your body to maintain the muscle that you've already built, or to even build more muscle that's going to allow you to maintain that physique even longer. So I always try to have at a minimum of 3 to 4 workouts per week, and most importantly, you want to make sure that you track those workouts. Why? Because it's going to be really easy if you are only trying to maintain, to start slugging in your workouts, not progressing as you should, and then your body's gonna get stagnant, you're gonna hit a plateau, and you're gonna start regressing. Remember, in fitness, you either are progressing or you're regressing. So you wanna track what you're doing, and you wanna make sure that you keep on improving as you go on your lifts, that you keep on improving on the mind-muscle connection, and that every time you go into the gym, you're getting something out of it, okay? We're not going to the gym just to spend time, just to waste our precious hours. It's about maintaining that physique, and if possible, building a better physique. So in that sense, find a plan that you can enjoy, find a plan that you can sustain, and just track whatever you're doing. Try to get more weight into your lifts, try to get more repetitions, try to get more sets, or maybe just try different exercises that are targeting your muscles in a harder way, so you can maintain that progress over time and you can keep on making progress even when you're maintaining that lean physique. Now, the second thing is going to be the nutrition. Now, a lot of people think that in order to maintain a six-pack, or in order to maintain a really toned physique, you need to be really restricted with your diet, because the only thing they've seen is those restrictive diets that promise results in 30 days. But if you have gotten to this point on a sustainable approach, just by doing a moderate calorie deficit, by tracking your calories and your protein, you have a good understanding of what you're putting into your body, you can maintain it without having to be so granular. So for example, the leanness all year round, just by tracking the protein to make sure that I'm having enough protein in my body to maintain the muscle that I already have, and tracking all the ultra processed foods. Why? Because these ultra processed foods tend to be a lot higher in calories. So if I want to go out and I want to eat a donut, or I want to eat some cookies, or whatever it might be, I normally track those just so I have a good understanding of how much am I eating and I'm not overdoing it, okay? Because it's gonna be really hard for you to overdo it with tomatoes and lettuce, but when you're opening a pack of cookies, like, you know what I'm talking about, it gets stuffed, right? So that's the number one thing. Another thing that you should look into in order to maintain your toneness all year round is going to be to make sure that you strategize when you go out. So for example, for me, if I know I'm gonna go out for dinner, if I'm gonna go out for lunch, I normally don't restrict myself in those situations when I'm maintaining. So for example, if I know I'm going to go to sushi for dinner and I know it's going to be a all you can eat sushi buffet, I know I'm gonna have a lot of calories, so I'll probably just skip breakfast and I will do a bit of intermittent fasting, not because of the benefits of the intermittent fasting itself, but because I'm saving those calories for later in the day. Or I would have a little bit lighter meal or a low calorie meal just to save some calories for later in the day. It comes down to just being aware of where you are pretty much on every single time of the day, and if you're gonna be eating more calories later, then just maybe saving a little bit for those. On top of that, it's going to be to make sure that you are drinking enough water, all right? The main problem that I see when it comes to people trying to maintain their physique is that they are hungry, they get hungry. So if you have enough water in your body, if you're drinking 2, 3, 4 liters of water per day, that's gonna take away a lot of hunger issues. You're gonna be a lot fuller, you're gonna be able to make better food choices, and that's gonna allow you to maintain the calories under control. And then another thing that it's really crucial if you want to maintain your leanness all year round and you don't want to be tracking every single thing, it's going to be to make sure that you are controlling both your weight and your appearance, right? I try to weigh myself as much as possible. I try to take progress pictures at least every 2 to 3 weeks when I'm maintaining, to make sure that I'm enjoying my life, I'm enjoying my training, I'm enjoying my nutrition, but am I actually maintaining it? Because if I go, for whatever reason, I overdo it for a couple of weeks and I see a spike on the scale and I see a reflection of that in the mirror, when I take my progress pictures and I look at it like, okay, yeah, I might gain a little bit of fat, then I might get a little bit more strategic with my nutrition for 1 or 2 weeks, get back to where I was, and then regain that more flexible lifestyle kind of thing. So it comes down to always controlling where you're sitting, not letting yourself go too much. And if you let yourself go for a couple of weeks, then you just regain that in a couple of weeks and you're in the right position. So basically, if you want to maintain your leanness all year round, if you want to look toned in summer, but you also want to look toned during the winter, you need to make sure that you are doing things that you can maintain over time, because if you're only getting that level of toneness because you're doing something drastic, you're not going to be able to maintain it. You want to make sure that you keep on being consistent with your workouts and being smart about it. You don't need to go all in every single day, especially if you're only trying to maintain, but at least make sure that every minute that you spend on the gym, you're getting something for it. And you don't need to be super restrictive or super meticulous about your diet. You just need to have a general idea and make sure that you're hitting enough protein to maintain the muscle and that you're not overdoing your calories or you're not overdoing when you go out. If you do that and you control the way you look, you control the way you feel, and you keep on having the satisfaction of looking at yourself in the mirror and being damn proud of what you see, you're gonna be able to maintain the leanness all year round, and you're gonna be able to keep on making progress without restricting yourself and without sacrificing your life. So hopefully that was helpful. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.